everyone, my name is Hunter's Roll Gaming. I'm back with more Doki Doki Literature Club, everyone. If you haven't enjoyed the first episode of it, you might go check that one out. And also, leave a like if you want me to play Children.exe. If you recall, I played the other game by Star Island. It's called Kirby.exe. That one scary game that actually gave me the goosebumps. But anyway, I have actually noticed that Luigi Kid's video on that game was actually removed due to Nintendo's worst decision, and that is actually targeting people. But anyway, with that being said, and also removing fan games as well. Like, they don't want those fan games, they don't want their support. Why would Nintendo do that shit? So anyway, with that being said, everyone, let's start. Okay, yet again, Wednesday, okay, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, we're here once again. Well, that is different. Okay, so we do have different words this time. Imagination, fear, pleasure, giddy, misfortune, broken, uncontrollable, crimson, intellectual, empty. I'll go with my imagination. Yes! Okay. I am really awesome. And holiday? Oh, like suicide? What the fuck? Frightening, friends, family, secretive, effulgent. Okay, I'll go in with holiday. Thank you. Okay, so a job, peaceful, house. Jesus. Okay, you know what? I'll go with uncanny. I never heard of that word. And which means eternity. So I'll go with that. Tragedy, play. Kawaii. Oh, I love that word. And incapable. Poof. Adventure. Go with adventure. And I have anime. Let's do that. And disaster, precious heart. Oh my god. Determination. Oh my god, it's just like Undertale. Holy shit. The heaven sent. Agonizing, hopeless. What? Bar fights? What the fuck? Giggle. Oh my god, I'm going with that shit. Holy fuck. Silly, socks, daydream. Cheer. Existence, cheeks. Oh. I'm going with daydream. Oh my god, I have a lot of words, so we're doing 20 of them. That is good. Good. Dazzle. Oh, Flower! One of my amazing friends with Robbie Rotten hiding the jump scares. Let's go with him. Whistle. Okay, so dream. Dream. Tenacious. Romance. Games. I play games, so let's go with that. Music. Doki Doki! Yes! Ah, yes! Okay, bliss. Massacre? What the fuck? Climax. Like Kamen Rider. Den-O. Funny. Wonderful. I'll go with headphones. Universe. I'll go with universe. Now, Starscape. Okay. Let's go with Starscape. There we go! Yeah, we did that. We did that, boys. We did that. Hi again, Hunter. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Hunter. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of the commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. What the fuck? Sari told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Asking, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the clubroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! God, why is she so legitimately pissed? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Hunter always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. That's so. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Hunter can become good friends too. Sayuri? As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Wow, hi, see Yuri's eyes are gone. What the frick? It'll make me happy no matter what. Ah, there the eyes are. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out the book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I guarantee 100%. She even picked out the books she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to the creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes? Good thinking. Natsuki will love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. The cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is. Then, I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Alright! I find myself smiling. In the end, Sari is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sari can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder why it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh! Oh my god, you scared me! What the fuck? I opened my eyes to find Sari's face filling my vision. I nearly I didn't even fall on my chair. Oh my god, that scared me. Holy shit. Why, Sari? Why? I nearly fell out of my chair. Ah! I can jump too! Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. Why? What the fuck? This isn't a napping club. Fuck this shit! Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know! You will need to get used to it! Don't say that so loud! I glance over my shoulder to see a Monica over her. It's true, though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sari. Hey. It's what I do best. That's a problem. But what about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sari, it's written all over you. Sari glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sari's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sari? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. What the fuck? Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh! Whoa! Okay, what the fuck? No. Okay, if this is age restricted, okay, so, believe me guys, if you are under age of 18, leave! It's only for mature audiences, not children, not suitable for kids, okay? This is so funny. Well, what is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The bun might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. No! What? Fucking titties! Fuck! Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to Sari's blazer bottom like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all! Sari hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! Whoa, look at that! Look at that right there! You see that on that blazer right there? Oh my god! So sexy as shit. So sexy as shit. That's so much better. Sari puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep unbuttoning then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sari? But I was joking that time. Man, that's impossible to tell it with you. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Well, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Alright. Hunter, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sari still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari's is on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from the spiral notebook for the Book of Saw. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh! I'll show my phone first. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to go with Sari. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sari first. She's my good friend after all. Okay, let's do it, Sari. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Hunter. I love it. Well, thank you, Sari. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sari, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it? You don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of more people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Hunter poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sari hugs the sheet against her chest. Oh, so kawaii. You're so weird, Sari. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Hunter. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Click outside poem area to continue. Aha! Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Sari. Oh, enter. Okay. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. It's just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line, I made eggs and toast. Oh, great! Even though you were late to school, it's better to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But the next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Next, we'll go with Yuri. How's that, Yuri? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, but don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on, okay? And this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No? Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. Well, what were you saying? Right, it's just that are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they forfeit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? I never heard of that word. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be thinking about people like that. Talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street lights to have withstood the rest of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh, okay, because I just read those words. I know the cursive. That is a little hard to read, but I think I figured out the words. But if you thought I just did that incorrectly, I know they're really cursive, that's why. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting, and that's why it's cursive. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh my god. What the frick? Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Oh, actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Hunter. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the work. Yeah, that's what poets do, usually on planet Earth. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Natsuki, here we go. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you that's a little blunt. Like Emily Blunt. Well, excuse me? It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? No! 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 Why are you hating me? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Now that you like it. Okay, what do we got? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it, yeah. Best poem ever! Period! What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits your heart. But it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you to do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad that you learned something. Yeah, like that face expression. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And let's go with Monica. Last one. Hi, Hunter. Having a good time so far? Hell yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have two. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Hunter. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Thank you. Makes me think of something Sari will like. Is that so? You and Sari are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sari and I are actually really different. Well, that may be a case. But maybe that there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in the different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get into when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it into it too much? I could be. Oh my gosh, it sounds like Cutie. But in any case, Sari's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit. But either, I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Sure, I want to. Don't worry, I'm not very good. Whoa, what the hell? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be a very good. Well, that's cause I had to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Here we go. Hole in wall, it couldn't have been me. See the direction that speck of protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film, let out in the sun. But it's too late, my retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices, and realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? I think that was a very free form, if that's what you call it. Hell yeah, 100%! Vote for which one was the best poem from the other girls, or I. Just let us know in the comment section below. Although if I'm not a girl, I apologize, I'm still a man. Like I described the entire game itself. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I never heard of that word either. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on the specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and titty up later. And another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Like Benny is gonna take it, Benny the ink machine. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I've anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. So there's no way my poems can be stand up to stairs. This is a literature club after all. Sigh. But I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're giggling, exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read and trend them, I watch each of them expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Oh, cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who had actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sari liked it. And Hunter did too. Yeah, I did. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Hunter liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Why is there no music? Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hunter appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose spoons magically grew the size bigger as soon as Hunter started showing off. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting you guys. I don't like fighting guys, God. Maiden, what the fuck? Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there menacingly. Okay, Hunter. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have had happened in the first place. That's what the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Hunter. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively, avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hunter? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Oh! Fuck! What is your deal? I'm going with Yuri! Natsuki? You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're just putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki feels threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Yeah. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody taking her side. She's trapped at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. So sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my bad head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it out in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit at Jackson's chair. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna save it, but I think I've had enough for next time. But anyway, I'm gonna save it for right now. I'll just save it right here. So anyway, I'll just load the game in for next time. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you really enjoyed another Doki Doki Literature Club, make sure you drop the like button, stay tuned and cooler, be ready for the real action. We'll see you then very, very soon.